Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 33. Speculation, Part 18. Whole chapter might retell myth of Osiris, Isis, Horus, Set, but the name for Isis doesn't match. MAN 33:24. This appointed one was the king, the Pharaoh, the light of God on earth, the vice-regent of God over men. Him Osiris endowed with the essence of the spirit outflowing from God, the power that reaches towards divinity. He was the link, the bridge between God and man. His was the task to bring men the knowledge and awareness of divinity, and to preserve the special spirituality with which he was endowed in a select portion of one race. By his authority alone, all places of worship should be built and kept, and their ceremonies controlled and performed. By his decree alone, all canals should be cut, all waterways opened, all lands marked out, and all war hosts raised. Under him, all food should be gathered and stored, all men fed, and every burial permitted and performed. He would be the supreme channel of contact with God. He and all who came from out of his loins should be ladders of light. Osiris it was who himself ordained that as their bodies were filled with vitalized spirit essence, they should be preserved to keep such power bound to earth for its good. 33:24. Notice here it mentions the Pharaoh, but it then says Osiris endowed with the essence overflowing from God. So is the use of Osiris a title, or did it just refer back to the first Pharaoh who chose Pharaoh to be in charge? Notice at the end that Osiris is the one that decided the Pharaoh's bodies should be preserved. Later, it's mentioned it was not done for all, but eventually it became more common. The reason was to keep the divinity on earth, not for resurrection into the afterlife. Most likely it was to propaganda, to reassure a public worried about the secession, that if the Pharaoh's body was kept whole, they were not abandoned by the essence. Somewhere, it might have changed to a belief that it was to allow for resurrection, because we all fear uncertainty, and the biggest uncertainty is what happens after we die. The pharaohs were seen as gods, so why shouldn't they expect to enjoy resurrection like Osiris? Yet, according to this, it was not Osiris that feared death, but feared the chaos of his departure.